Hello, today is 3/13 of 25 and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet back in April of 2024. So it is almost 10:30. I haven't had anything yet today, so I have at least a 16-hour fast. I'm not exactly sure what time I finished eating yesterday, but I know it was before 6. So I have made myself some coffee. I used 2 shots of espresso, 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk. This morning I used 1 serving of Naked brand whey isolate protein powder and a half serving of beef protein powder. And then I am getting ready to make myself a protein cookie. I have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter in my bowl. It is Old Home 100% natural peanut butter, so it only contains dry roasted peanuts and salt. It does lack a little bit of salt, so I'm going to add more salt than the original recipe calls for. I have just kind of softened it down a bit in my microwave just to make it a little easier for me to mix. All right, and then to this, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of my Greek yogurt. This is low fat. The original recipe uses a high fat product, which I would normally use, like a whole Greek yogurt, but my grocer didn't have it, so this is what I have to use. So I need a 1/4 cup of that. And this recipe comes from the Keto Twins, which I'll link to their channel below, and they said it was delicious. So I was super excited to try it because the peanut butter cookie recipe that I have and have used is pretty high fat and no protein. So I kind of want to mitigate that. I thought I had, I don't know where my other tablespoon went, so I'll just use this one. Okay, so I need 2 tablespoons of my brown sugar sweetener alternative. So I use a monk fruit allulose blend. They used Swerve. And I need the recipe calls for a pinch of salt, but like I said, I want to use a little bit more because I know my peanut butter is not as salty as I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then I need a teaspoon of baking powder. And 2 tablespoons of my whey protein powder. Their recipe also calls for chocolate chips. They actually make it into a chocolate chip peanut butter cookie. I don't really like chocolate chips, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so then I just mix these together. Okay, and I've got my little baking sheet here. I am preheating my oven to 350. It actually is preheated, so that's good. And I just get this onto my baking sheet, and it really is a giant cookie. Or it's going to be a giant cookie. Or at least I hope it's going to be a giant cookie. A giant delicious cookie. Okay, and then just spread it out. So I think, if I remember correctly, when I did my calculations, this is going to have like 36, I think, grams of protein. So that'll be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get this in the oven. Okay, so I let this bake for 13 minutes. The recipe says, I think, 10 to 12 minutes. It spread out a lot. At first I was like, I think I might have done something wrong, but I didn't. I double checked the recipe. It is still like it kind of like looks a little wet, but that's what you want. You don't want it to kind of like bake all the way through because then it's just going to get hard on you. And you're supposed to like let this sit and cool completely before you like try and eat it because then it'll just fall apart. So I'm going to pull it off the tray so that it's not still sitting on something hot. And I might even stick it in my freezer, like let it cool for a little bit and then stick it in my freezer just to cool down to speed up the cool down process because I am like pretty hungry and I would like to eat it. I'm also going to, I messed up. I said that the cookie had, I thought, like 36 grams of protein. It doesn't. It has 24 grams ish, 23 or 24, but six of that is coming from my peanut butter. So I'm really only getting like 17 to 18 grams of protein in my cookie. Um, and then it's like 265 calories. I don't remember the fat. I'll look it up. And because I've got it, and I'll make sure that it's in the description for you. It's just not as high protein as I thought, and so I'm a little bummed about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and also have an Okios 000 caramel yogurt with it. My cookie has chilled, so I want to have you kind of see it. It is really pretty thin. I don't know if no, because it's spread out. I was thinking maybe I spread it too thin, but it's spread out quite a bit, so I don't think that's it. All right, I'm gonna give it a try. That's a good cookie. Um, the texture is perfect. The flavor is nice. Um, I kind of feel like I think a little more salt in it. And I think it's because of my peanut butter. So I think I want a little more salt, but other than that, it is a really good cookie and it's holding together, right? Like it's not just all crumbling apart or anything. So I like this. All right, I'm going to eat this. I've already eaten my yogurt and I'll be back with what else I have today. It is 3:30 and I'm ready to eat my second meal of the day, and this will be my last meal too. So I kind of got an eclectic mix going on here. I have a sausage. It is Amy Lou brand chicken sausages. They are fantastic and very, very clean. I've got some leftover meatball bake, which is also made with Amy Lou brand chicken meatballs. I have a lobster stuffed salmon pinwheel here that I added about a half teaspoon of butter to and some salt. I have my Greek yogurt, which is a lower fat Greek yogurt, just because that's all I could get. 3/4 of a cup with some sauteed blackberries. And then I actually didn't finish my cookie, so I'll finish that too. So let's take a look at how my day turned out. A quick update before we talk about my day on that peanut butter cookie. It was good when I first ate it, but after having it sit for several hours and then I ate the rest of it with my dinner, it was a lot better. Like it had so much more peanut butter flavor. So definitely, I will wait to eat it next time. In fact, it is currently 9 o'clock at night, and I am making a second one so I can have it tomorrow because it is really, really good when you give it that time to kind of have all those flavors meld together. I am currently drinking a sparkling ice water, so that's included in my numbers here. I ended up with not quite 1,700 calories. My protein is 182, my net carbs are 42, my fat is 80, and my sodium is about 3,700. I will continue to drink salt as I need through the rest of the evening. I'm pretty good at staying on top of that. So I had a pretty great day today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.